All right. The world's 19th best-selling electric vehicle manufacturer as of the first quarter of this year has plans to do big things in Europe. What exactly are those plans? Well, I can tell you now. Ford is it thinks it's treading on glass, treading on its tippy toes a little bit. Feels like it might be offending Germany because it's just announced it's setting up shop in Spain. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Now, if you are new, make sure you check out all the other videos we've made on this channel. We do around 5 videos per day, trying to increase those numbers, but it's difficult. Only so many hours in a day. However, if you want to support the channel, which does enable us to make more videos, I'll put a link in the description below to our Patreon page, and any support, even very small amounts there, even very, very much appreciated. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. So Ford, that's a correct statistic, by the way. Ford is the 19th best producing vehicle manufacturer of plug-in vehicles so far this year, 19th in the world. In fact, there's 5 Chinese OEMs that are beating Ford's current total. And there was an article here on Clean Technica claiming that Ford is one of the leading manufacturers this year of electric cars. But sadly, the statistics don't prove that that is true. Now, hopefully, that will be true by the end of this year. Hopefully, by the end of next year, things will be looking even better for Ford because Ford are planning on building out electric vehicle production, in particular of a new vehicle platform in Spain. So here's Ford's plans for Europe. In a recent press release, Ford announced that it chose the company's Valencia, Spain plant for its next generation electric vehicle platform, which I believe it's going to be a platform shared with Volkswagen. So Volkswagen will have actually a factory down the road manufacturing batteries, and I believe the next generation electric vehicle platform that they'll be sharing with Ford. So it would make sense, in my view, that Ford are going to have a factory, an EV dedicated factory in Spain. However, it announced this decision in a very strange way. It said lots of things about Germany, very little about Spain. It appeared as though Ford is actually quite scared of offending the Germans, and I'm not sure why that is. Very strange. Now, it makes a lot of sense why Ford plan on manufacturing their electric vehicles in Spain, but it doesn't make a lot of sense on why they're so afraid to offend the Germans. Anyhow, Ford is currently one of the most active EV manufacturers outside of Tesla, according to Clean Technica. I don't know how they make this stuff up. I mean, come on, guys. The numbers are on your own website. Look at them. They're not the most active. They're not even close. Now, will they be in a year's time? I don't know, but hopefully it's possible. The article that I'm sourcing some of this information even said this: Ford has been setting sales records for EVs and is beating everyone but Tesla in a number of categories. It doesn't say that that's America only, so context is needed here. For the viewers of this website who are not from the US, they have many viewers not from the US who wouldn't have any idea probably that that's not true. Ford is nowhere near coming second in the world in terms of electric vehicle production. Anyhow, Ford does plan on going all in on EVs, sort of. Yeah, they do, but sort of, but maybe, but but we're still going to have 2 different companies. One will be an electric vehicle company. One will be our internal combustion engine company. We'll let the internal combustion engine company make lots of profits to fund the electric vehicle company. Then we'll let the internal combustion engine company go bankrupt. And then we'll be stuck with the then new electric vehicle company, all the people working at the old company. Well, obviously it'll be easy to fire them because that company will be bankrupt. Now, that's what I think is going to happen. Anyway, what about Europe? Getting back to that. Well, details are not particularly great on the Spain plant, but we do know that Ford is developing, or at least going to use, well, to be honest, don't know, but Volkswagen and Ford will be using the same electric vehicle platform for some of their cars, which I think is a very smart idea. When Ford announced its new plant in Spain, it was so worried that the news of this plant, which is in Valencia, would make Germans angry that they spent most of the press release on this new electric vehicle plant in Valencia talking about Germany. Here's what they said. We're committed to building a vibrant, sustainable business in Europe as part of our Ford Plus plan, and that requires focus and making tough choices, said Jim Farley, Ford President and CEO. The European auto industry is extremely competitive, and to thrive and grow, we can never settle for less than unbelievably great products, a delightful customer experience, ultra-lean operations, and a talented and motivated team. Sounds a lot like Tesla, doesn't it? Ultra-lean operations. Why would he be saying that? Well, he'd be saying that because the Chinese are coming to Europe very soon. Well, some of them are already there. And that's who Ford will be competing with. Personally, I think Ford should stay out of Europe because I think competing with the Chinese is virtually impossible. That's just what I think, though. I could be wrong. We'll see. Ford, though, is still going to spend $2 billion to convert the company's plant in Cologne in Germany. That's the fourth largest city in Germany, I believe, to produce electric vehicles next year. That plant will eventually be able to produce 600,000 EVs per year annually. Ford hasn't said when they'll be producing 600,000 EVs per year, but you know how legacy auto are now. They love throwing around big numbers and, they just say big numbers and they don't give actual specific dates for them. And the media give them a pass on that. I don't know why. We don't give Tesla a pass, but we are giving Ford a pass. But anyhow, Ford is investing heavily in electric vehicle manufacturing operations in Germany. We are committed to the country as our headquarters location in Europe, said Rowley. So basically, during this press release, talking about Valencia, they just talked about Germany and said we're committed to keeping our headquarters for our operations in Europe in Germany. We look forward to progressing this work with our partners in Germany and across the whole region. To secure a new product in Europe, we need winning product designs, outstanding technology, engineering, optimized sourcing, and an evolution of our industrial operations to ensure they are fully oriented to an electric world. So, unfortunately, we didn't really learn much about what's happening at this new factory in Spain. But we did learn that they said it's a preferred site to assemble vehicles on our next generation electric vehicle architecture. We'll make a set of great vehicles later this decade, and the choice to have the factory, this EV production going on in Spain rather than Germany, is based on comprehensive consultations with teams in Valencia, Spain, and Saarlouis, Germany. So again, more talk about Germany. So what essentially Ford is planning on doing is having a factory in Cologne where they'll be producing 600,000 EVs per year. I'm going to guess that's probably by around 2025. And then they'll have this plant in Spain where I'm assuming they'll be hoping to produce a similar number in Spain. Why did they pick Spain? Well, obviously Ford's marketing department would prefer to say what they just said, but the truth is wages in Spain are a lot lower. Cost of everything in Spain is quite a bit lower than it is in Germany. Bribery is more common in Spain. Things happen a bit more easily in Spain. There's a lot more rules and restrictions and things that hold things up in Germany. So all of those reasons really put those together, and that's the whole sum of it. Now, Ford's decision, in my view, to build these vehicles in Spain, I think it's the best choice that they could make if they want to manufacture cars in Europe, which I personally think is a dead end to nowhere. But to be honest, I sound like I'm being negative, and it is a good thing that they're going to produce EVs there. I just think that they're going to have trouble competing based on cost. Europeans are very, very price focused. Ford is not perceived as a premium automaker in Europe. If they want to price their products at premium prices, then they're going to have to change the way the brand is perceived in Europe. And that would be hard to do considering they've got a very long history of selling vehicles in Europe. It'd be like Toyota suddenly saying, hey, we're raising our prices to BMW levels in Europe. And, we're going to position ourselves as being BMW type cars. And people just go, what, you're a Toyota? What, doesn't make sense. That's where I see the challenge here, because it's either they sell on a price premium as a premium vehicle manufacturer like Tesla does, like the BMW higher placed brands do, or they compete on cost with who? The Chinese. They really only have those two choices in my view. And if you're going to compete on cost with the Chinese, I don't know how you do that. I mean, honestly, Tesla clearly makes around 40% markup, 40% in approximate terms on their electric vehicles being manufactured in China. Can you do that in Europe? I don't think that's possible. I don't think even Tesla could do that. So that's what I think they're competing with. Will Ford succeed as a company by the end of this decade? Well, I do like Jim Farley. I think he's making some good decisions. And I believe he has the right intentions. And I also really hope Ford will succeed. So there's that. Plus, I do like the Ford brand. I've got to know why. Just there's something about it. I've always liked the company. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.